It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 27th of August. I'm Michael Groff. One more day with excessive heat here in the valley, and then temperatures begin to trend down. In fact, by the middle and latter part of next week, highs could be as much as 10 to 15 degrees below average or more. Meanwhile, moisture levels will be on the increase during that time for a returning chance of showers and thunderstorms. But the forecast for next week hinges upon the eventual track of Nora. There is a potential for that system to come up here into the greater Southwest, bringing significant widespread rain. And naturally, there are still a lot of question marks surrounding what will happen here, and we'll try to find out some answers as we dive in and discuss. Now, before we do that, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. And first up, this is something kind of different, as it's not a photo or video, but rather a mural that was done by one of our regular contributors, Joe Zona, at his home. And this is of Pinnacle Peak. And we have some very artistic people in this audience, and that's really awesome. I'm glad he shared it with me so I could share it with you guys. And then we have some international pictures from our friends down in Australia. This is from Zane of the Brisbane area and, of course, the Sunshine Coast. And this picture right here is just... that is gorgeous. You can't beat that. The events of the world hopefully will change in such a manner that we can go down there and all take in a beautiful picture of the Sunshine Coast like that. My goodness. And finally, we have Ryan Seek, who submits another time-lapse video for us. And we might be light on content this week, but you guys have really stepped it up. I mean, all of this is just sensational, and this is no exception here. You've got the moon hanging over a developing thunderstorm that eventually produced some hail. Look at all this lightning in there. This is unbelievable. So thank you to everyone, as always, for submitting. We couldn't do this without you. It's Photo Friday, and if you want to get in on it, you can do so. groffshow@gmail.com is where you send your submissions. That is groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. Your photos, videos, paintings, murals, whatever it is. We ask that you try to keep it somewhat weather-related, but that's about it. Local, national, international, it is all good. I'm just sitting here admiring this time-lapse video. That is just some sensational work, Ryan. Thanks again to everyone. All right, let's get into it here. Looking at the Almanac from yesterday, we managed to make it up to 112 degrees, the morning low 86, the normal high 105, the normal low 83. And that rainfall deficit, it's not much, and we're probably going to cut into it. In fact, we might have a surplus by this time next week. As we take a look outside now here at 7:45 a.m., we've got clear sky in the valley, and we're sitting at 88 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point at 59, relative humidity 38%. The winds are light, and the barometer is rising. The upper air look shows high pressure is breaking down finally, and the main belt of westerlies just to the north of us, and so temperatures will be trending down as the ridge erodes. Now, the ridge will reestablish near the Four Corners this weekend for a returning southeasterly flow. The monsoon will start to pick back up again for chances of showers and thunderstorms coming back in. Checking out the watch warning map, we still have a few heat advisories and heat warnings there over the nation's midsection, and some tropical storm and hurricane watches now posted along the Louisiana and Mississippi coast in advance of Ida. In Arizona, specifically the Phoenix area, we once again have that excessive heat warning in effect until 8 p.m. this evening, but it will not be extended beyond that as temperatures will be trending down thereafter. And the convective outlook for today, a risk of severe storms up north around Des Moines over toward Minneapolis, St. Paul, La Crosse, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That slight risk also in places like Hettinger and Dickinson, North Dakota. Okay, now let's dive into the tropics here. We've got two storms out in the Atlantic, but those are expected to gain latitude. Even though they have a decent chance of development, they will stay far away from the United States. And then in the Western Caribbean, we've got Tropical Storm Ida. That will cross the western tip of Cuba today, moving into the central Gulf of Mexico. It is expected to become a major hurricane as it approaches the Louisiana coast this weekend, making landfall sometime Sunday afternoon, very close to New Orleans. And this, of course, has shades of Katrina. In fact, it will make landfall 16 years to the day after Katrina. So, there's some similarities here. Luckily, this system is not expected to be quite as powerful as Katrina. Still, Category 3 hurricane, you want to take this seriously. We're talking about storm surges somewhere around 7 to 12 feet. Even as far east as Mobile, Alabama could see 2 to 5 foot storm surge there. and obviously very heavy rain, and along and east of that circulation center could be some isolated tornadoes as well for Sunday afternoon, Monday, maybe even into Tuesday over much of eastern Louisiana, parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama. Looking at the tropical modeling on this, very good agreement as to the position of landfall sometime Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, right there on the Louisiana coast between about Morgan City and New Orleans. Now, closer to home and more germane to our weather, we've got Tropical Storm Nora to deal with here. This is sitting off the Mexican coast. The satellite presentation shows the deeper convection getting much better organized now. And this is anticipated to become a hurricane over the next 36 hours as it tracks to the northwest and approaches the southern tip of Baja early next week. And then the official track from the National Hurricane Center brings this right up the Gulf of California. That's an interesting track, taking a position by early Wednesday due south of Phoenix. So we will have to watch this very carefully. If it continues to follow this track and if some of the model guidance is correct, we could be dealing with a significant precipitation event here over the southwest. And let's take a look at modeling here on Nora. This is coming off of the European ensemble, and many of the members do bring it right up into Arizona. Obviously, the exact track of this will make a big difference in terms of rainfall distribution, but regardless, it looks like at least some of its moisture will be moving up into the greater southwest, including Arizona, to give us an increasing chance of rain, maybe heavy at times. But obviously, if it follows some of those forecast tracks you see there and moves directly into Arizona, we would have significant widespread rain. It's just too early to tell right now. Here's the rainfall outlook. This is valid through next Friday morning, and the guys over there at WPC continue to trend these numbers higher in anticipation of at least some of the moisture from Nora coming up our way. So rain amounts in Phoenix now between about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. Heavier totals across northern Maricopa, parts of Yavapai and Gila counties, those favored upslope areas. And once again, these numbers could be adjusted even higher depending on the eventual track of Nora. But there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of question marks. Let's see if we can find some answers as we dive into modeling. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We've got troughing now over the Pacific Northwest, and that's helping to weaken that ridge that's given us all this heat the last few days. But still one more day of it down at the surface today. Sunny, hot, a little bit muggy. Highs 107 to 111. Widely scattered showers and storms over the east central and southeastern portions of the state, but they should stay away from us, at least for today. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight lows, mostly in the 80s. And then tomorrow, partly sunny. Widely scattered showers and thunderstorms develop across the eastern mountains of our state. And the GFSs continue to be rather aggressive at pushing the moisture further to the west, and maybe a few showers and storms in the lower desert by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. So as a result, we've reintroduced the chance of rain into our forecast for tomorrow evening. Highs tomorrow a bit cooler, 103 to 107. That's right around where we ought to be for this time of year, but humidity levels will be coming up, so it will still be rather uncomfortable. And I think if we see any storms tomorrow night here in Phoenix, more than likely it'll just be some gusty winds and blowing dust. Probably not a lot in terms of rainfall, though a few spots could pick up some rain. Sunday, moisture levels continue to increase, highs 103 to 107, the sky partly cloudy. Widely scattered, afternoon and evening showers and storms, pretty typical low-grade monsoon forecast in effect. As we move into next week, still quite a bit of forecast uncertainty. The GFS takes Nora and moves it into mainland Mexico and then just has a lot of its moisture drawn northward into our monsoon flow, and that will result in increasing moisture through the week. So for Monday, we're going with scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperatures trend down upper 90s to around 101 here in Phoenix. And on Tuesday, scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms now, with high temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. On Wednesday, upper 80s to low 90s in our forecast with scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms. And Thursday, we may start to dry out if the GFS is correct. Still widely scattered showers and storms around, high temperatures low to mid 90s. All right, so that's what the GFS has for us. Now let me show you the European at the same time. This is Monday afternoon, and it's got the center of Nora down there over the southern tip of Baja. On Tuesday, it moves it to the north-northwest up the Baja. And again, scattered showers and storms would be around here throughout the week as deeper monsoon moisture would be coming in. Wednesday, it's got the center of Nora due south of Phoenix over the Gulf of California. And on Thursday morning of next week, it's got the center of Nora, whatever's left of it, the remnant low or a tropical depression at that point, sitting right on top of Phoenix. And so by Wednesday night or Thursday morning of next week, if this works out, we'd have widespread, maybe heavy rain, gusty winds, and a few strong thunderstorms along the way as well. But there really is no preferred model at this time. The GFS has been consistent. The European has been incredibly consistent on the forecast track with all of this. And each one has different implications on our weather. This is the precipitation output coming from the European. And it shows rain amounts 2 to 3 inches here in Phoenix. Look at those shades of brown. We don't see those here in Arizona very often. That's over 5 inches of rain down there by Gila Bend. So obviously there are big differences. But even the GFS, if it works out, we'd still have maybe 2 inches plus worth of rain here. So obviously some significant precipitation is becoming more likely across Arizona next week. The question is just how much and what kind of other weather conditions will we see along the way? All right, let's go back to the GFS here. This is a week from today, Friday, the 3rd of September. A big ridge well to the east of us on the western periphery of that. Another inverted trough swinging around for continuation of scattered showers and thunderstorms over the southwest. Then going out 10 days, this is Sunday, the 5th of September, and that looks like maybe more of a southwesterly flow developing with troughing over the Pacific Northwest, the ridge well to the east of us, and we could be drying out for the Labor Day holiday weekend, but really, we don't know right now. There's just so many question marks and uncertainties surrounding the forecast. Going out 10 days, we just can't say for sure here. Checking out rainfall for Phoenix over the next couple of weeks. First off, the GFS ensemble, the mean is just a shade under an inch. Looking at the European ensemble, there's a pretty big spread here, but there are quite a few of the members pushing up toward 2, 3, 4 inches of rain. The ensemble mean here is higher. It's around 1.5 inches. The control member pushing up toward 3 inches. So again, the potential of a significant rain event is looming there for the middle and latter part of next week. And then temperatures off the national blend of models. Now here's a question for you. Could this be the last 110-degree day we have here in 2021? We are at the end of August. No sign of any major heat waves or large sprawling ridge of high pressure areas building in here during the forecast period. So maybe this is it. Let's hope so. And then highs next week well down into the 90s. Could be even cooler than that depending on the evolution of our tropical system. And certainly the European ensemble thinks so. Look at these high temperatures. It has us only in the 80s a couple of days next week. And then no sign of any 100-degree temperatures after that. That might be a little too optimistic, but we will just have to see. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video scheduled for Monday morning, but updates are likely before that due to the developing weather situation here across the Southwest. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, they are always encouraged as well. I thank you so very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there. Watch your kids around the swimming pool. Have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.